Hi there, I'm Jo from Jo's Paradise of Colour. I am a free spinner, so I am a freestyle spinner, which allows me to make pretty much anything. I started spinning about 11 years ago when I was pregnant with my son. Went to mum's. She decided to try teach me. I could not get it. So if you're starting out and you are struggling so much just to get the hand-eye coordination to draft your fibre and not lose it into your bobbin from the pull of your wheel, then you're not alone. Because when I first started, I struggled for a few months before I got it. When I was pregnant, I could not for the life of me get it to work. And I got so mad, I threw the bobbin across the room and didn't come back to it until after my boy was born. And I went back to mum's when he was about 5 months old, and then I tried again and I made my first skein of yarn, which I still have. 11 years later. So that was my first one. I made it from a Bendigo Woolen Mills blend of wool. Not my favorite. I will not use that ever again. Okay. But as an educational piece, I'm glad I held on to my first ever yarn made. So if you look at this one now, 11 years ago when I first started, to my most recent, you see the difference in the quality, in the texture, in the consistency. So I pride myself to be able to become a freestyle spinner because I wanted variety in my life. I want to think outside the box all the time. Every time I start a piece, I think outside the box and think, how can I make this better? How can I make something from a 50-gram top, say, of super luxury fibre, go a longer way? Because if I had 2 of these 50-gram tops, these ones are called the Camel Bunny one, which I spun up in the Gradient Psychedelic Peacock. Now I used 150 grams of baby camel, which is $22 per 50 grams. If I was to ply this baby camel onto itself, you would get half the meters. So in this one, I managed to get over 400 meters, but if I plied it, you'd only get 200 on itself. I also love the fact that I can make yarns that have more meters for my buyers, which means they get more for their buck. And I only sell on a set price rate, a fixed rate. So depending on how pricey your fibre is, will depend on how pricey the yarn is. So that's my quality now in the 2-ply 4 to 8 ply. So 2-ply constructed, 4-ply to 8-ply weight yarns. I do have a couple of those different colorways in this one. I think that, yeah. So I've got a lot of the rainbow. So if anyone does see that they love this color and you would love me to make you something like the psychedelic peacock but in rainbow fart, let me know on any of my social medias and I can spin that up for you. So I thought this vlog would be my first vlog, but I would share with you my spinning bio and a few tips and tricks that I have found through the years that work the best. And also maybe some spinning. I might do a little spinning of my leftovers so you can see a new way you can revamp some old stuff and make something brand new and amazing. So yes, that is just beautiful. So pretty. My buyer loves it so very much. And what you see here will be going with it. So they are to be spun. Today I will start doing the first colour. I'm thinking I'm going to do each skein a different colour. Seeing this is to go with the gradient, and she wants to weave with it, I thought I'll make it into the separate colours and then she can choose however she wants to weave with it, what colours she wants to go next and so forth, if she wants stripes or gradient or whatnot. But if I ended up spinning this up in a gradient, then she wouldn't be able to choose how her colours play out. But yeah, that's what I thought I'd do. So when I first started out, I was spindling and making lace weight, And then I didn't really like it because it took so long. And then it was just fiddly, transferring it off that and then trying to ply it and so forth. So then Mum gifted me the Ashford traditional spinning wheel, and she has been absolutely amazing for the last 10 years, and then last year she started to crack, go downhill, and maintaining her was getting a little bit harder. And so I have bought myself a new wheel. After 11 years of using her, I'm going to be spinning on a Major Craft Rose. I don't have any single ply yarns in stock. I sell out of them really fast. So as soon as they're made, they're gone. But I have selected a few minis just to show you the techniques that I've taught myself through the years for variety. Now, in the past couple years, I have been delving more into super coils and coarse spun yarn. I always wanted to try it, and I just thought, I'm going to do it this year. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to learn how to do it, and I'm going to have so much fun doing it. So you've seen my 2-ply. Then there is my super coils, which I absolutely love making. Love making. Alright, bring that back a little. This one is a super coil with cotton auto wrap. I love the colors. This is leftovers from the Outback. The best thing about making art yarn is you will use up all your leftovers and nothing goes to waste. This one is from a mixed bag of leftovers, like a mixed bag of leftovers. And then I made this one. Randomly added all the colors from a green, forest green mixed bag. And it made something so pretty. I ended up making one of those and 3 coreless coarse buns. These ones are my newest, which I've taught myself how to make without core yarn, and I love how it's turned out. These are all set as well. I use the steamer to set all my super coils these days, and they look just as nice, if not better, than when they were on the wheel. Then I also love doing super coil with kid mohair locks. It is so beautiful. So this is leftovers from a Happy Bunny hemp yarn with a mix of llama and all sorts. You only need a little bit of leftovers to be able to make something pretty. Then I have, this one is core spun on a core with auto wrap silk, and I used sari silk for this as well. See, the purple is a sari silk, recycled sari silk. I think it makes some really pretty color pops. I am very good at making these ones. They are a thick and thin with beehives and very long 2-ply sections. This is a stunning yarn. I love it. Don't know why it hasn't sold yet, but I've got this big one and I've got a couple minis as well. But it is so shiny and it is so soft. Pretty. Then the same thing, just in a Aran 10-ply kind of weight. These are just using those really 50-gram balls that you can get at the Fibre art shed. Little mixed coloured merino balls. I think personally with the variegated fibre, it looks a lot nicer when you are making a thick and thin beehive yarn, as you don't get the muddying, because normally when you 2-ply this, all these colours are going to condense and disappear and become, you may have more of a mauve colour with some yellow and orange striping, but you won't see much of it. But yeah, when you make the big puffs, you get big puffs of these color variations, and then when you make them into the beehive, which are just small color small puffs, you have a mix like you see here that go in a coil, and it is so beautiful. One of my favorite things to do with these is make these. And then I've got some more, but I like to do a few different things with the same colorways. So as an example, this is a DK Aran weight 2-ply yarn, and this one is a matching with the Thick and Thin and Beehives, but on a semi-long thin to match. Oh, sorry, to match. So you can mix them together and separate these puffs a little bit more if you wish, or have longer sections in between the puffs. But that's pretty cool. I love doing that. Then there's this is a coreless core spun. It's pretty much, so I wouldn't say, I don't know, probably is. I'm new to doing the coreless core spun, so, but I didn't use the core in this at all. Then I auto wrap with silk. I love giving my buyers variety because I've got both men and women that buy from me. And then yes, there's the thicker weight 2-plies. Give people variety. Then the super coils. Now look, I recently started doing the steaming for my super coils, and this is not it. You can see that the coils are not as plump and they are slightly condensed, stuck together. Yeah. Then you've got the ones that are steamed, and the coils are very coily, but they are set, so they won't fall apart or anything. But they still look as nice as they were on the bobbin. Then, recently, I decided I was going to learn something else with my art yarns, but because my wrist was still very sore, I couldn't make more than the sample. But I tried the single ply with the beehive, which I think looks really cool. But you do need good wrist movement to be able to accomplish it. A lot of hand-eye coordination. It's a little bit advanced skill, I think. I will have to practice some more to get those coiled a little bit tighter. But that's pretty cool. I will probably, I do have that up on my Etsy shop, but I'm thinking of maybe taking it down and keeping it as an example of my first one. But it's still very nicely spun and good quality for selling. So that is a rough idea on what I can spin. I'm pretty sure there are some other things that I can spin also. But yeah, there is, because I'd also do the beading, the beaded yarns, the locky yarns, the glazed yarns. I've got a lot of videos up on YouTube already with most of my techniques. So have a little look on my page, my channel. If you want to delve in the arts of art yarn, I love to collect embellishments. I have all my little embellishment threads that I use for auto wrapping. Some threads are good for auto wrap, others are good for plying purposes. I got my plying purposed cones. These thicker ones though are good for coarse spun. These are good for plying. Then I also have all my sparkly cones, which I like to add with the plying cones as well, as a little bit of sparkle. You can't feel it because it is cobweb weight, so you can't feel the metallicness of it. A couple of things I recommend you getting yourself if you are going to be spinning quite a lot is you need one of these to get the fibre off your lap, or you can get yourself a spinning apron, which I do have, but it is very full of fibre and I really do need to clean it. You also should get yourself a little spinner's bag. This sits on the knob on your for your bobbin's tension, but it gets in the road, so I put it aside. However, this will hold all your leftover yarns that don't fit on your bobbin after plying. So they're all your leftovers that couldn't fit. So then I ball them up and I put them inside my bag. And then when my bag is full, I will create a new yarn. So you pretty much tie it onto your lead and freely, without pedaling, use your hand, pull it onto your bobbin. And then when you get to the next one, you will spin with your foot and fasten the two ends together only, and then stop pedaling with your foot and use your hand to pull the rest onto the bobbin, and then repeat until you've used up all your leftovers. This one's a bit tangled up and it'll probably take me a little bit to get out of that, but you end up making some pretty amazing crazy yarns. I call them crazy mystery yarns. They're just a mix of everything. So I probably don't have enough of these little leftover bits to make something yet, but I got a lot of different colors in there. Already. So I think, and then some little puffy ones as well. Yeah, you keep all your little bits and then you can make something new with it. And then jazz it all up and ply it with some silk or something. So yeah, you just fill it up with all your random little bits that won't fit on your bobbin after plying. And then you can make new yarn from this, from all your leftovers. These are leftover bits of yarn that didn't fit on the bobbin after spinning. These are also bits from getting the felted bits off the fibre, getting it ready to prep for spinning. So any of that I put into the drum cutter, and then I use it as texture, and then I will put it through my electric spinner and then make some more of that beautiful core spun and super coil yarn that you see. So, and then anything like this, which are leftovers that wouldn't fit on the bobbin, they will be spun up to make a new yarn. I might also use this for glazing, to go over the top of the singles for a little bit of colour pop. So yeah, and then like there's lots of longer bits and stuff that came off the tops, which you can spin up still. And but yeah, I just make big bags of randoms. Sometimes I'll put them in color coordinated bags, but I think I might have enough to make some new. See, there's more that's leftovers. So I'll just put them in the bag. There's a couple more from other ones, leftovers. More leftovers. Leftovers. So yeah, you just put them all in bags, and then once you've filled it up, you can make some new stuff, which is pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. So don't throw anything out. Do not throw anything out. Even if you dyed something and it's turned felted, do not throw it away. get yourself a blending board. Get yourself a blending board. Mine's dirty as. I didn't clean it last time I used it. Get yourself a blending board, which are around $175 brand new. You might be able to find one on the secondhand pages. Make yourself some rollags. Some new fibre or some massive bats. If you've got more money to spend and you don't mind the price, get yourself a drum cutter. They range around the 400 and up mark. What else is there? There's blending hackles. You can make your own fibre tops with. You can blend all your fibre together and then use a diz and make your own fibre tops. Okay. This is crazy. Alright, I've only got like 10 minutes left, but I'll be quick. So, if you're going to deli yourself into making beautiful fibres and you get yourself a blending board or a drum cutter or a blending hackle, you will want to start collecting pretty things to blend in your fibre. So you will collect sparklies, Angelina, Stellina, and stuff like that. I like the really fine stuff so you don't feel it and it's so soft. So I got lots of that. I'm not a fan of the thicker stuff because you can feel it and it gets a bit gritty. But there's sparkle. If you can find a good supplier that has it and has lots of colours, and keep that contact because it's really hard to find. Then you will deli and collect different fibres from different animals. You'll have your silks, different silks, your camel, your other silks, your Angora bunny, your rose fibre, your tencel, other sparkles. You have lots of different colours, like different types of fibres you can get. There's bamboo, there's red airy silk, camel, mulberry silk, silk bricks. There is pencil, sparkle, rose fibre, Angora bunny, wallaby, all sorts of stuff that you can collect, and they're very inexpensive, very cheap in the 25 gram things, and you don't use a lot. You don't use a lot in any of your fibres. Just a little bit is enough to make a difference. I just got fibre in my eye. That hurts. And the same thing, there's lots of other ones like viscose is very shiny and actually spins up very well, but it is very gritty fibre. It's man-made. Then you have pearl fibre. Then you've got all your sari silks, your naps. I'm not a fan of naps. Get stuck in the teeth and don't come out. Egyptian cotton, bison, all sorts of things you can collect through the years. I love these containers. They fit so much and they stack very well. I bought them from Bunnings for 19 bucks each. Then, before I run out of time, you will need for your wheel oil, special oil for your wheel. Yes, I do have that. I use one of these little brushes for combing out staples. It's got wire teeth. I only ever use wire teeth with fibre. It is stronger, doesn't break. However, I do need to get a new one. This one is losing its teeth after so many with the locks, the staples, but it's easy to handle. This is for my drum cutter. It is the best brush ever. I do not like using the ones that are given to you. But like that, and it's got a button on the end, and you can push all the fibre off without ripping up your hands. These are the best. They're a little bit expensive, but they are so worth it. Get yourself a tray to go next to your chair. It will collect everything. I've got planners, I've got bloody bobbin spots, new brush. I did get a new brush for this one's good too. I bought this one for my staples. Works a treat. But yeah, very good. I use a lot of the reusable bags for everything. I know I'm very bad on plastic. I am trying. I thought, Jesus, I've got these reusable compostable bags. I've got these compostable postage bags. So I'm helping the environment. However, I've got all these reusable bags, which is sort of helping the environment as well, but I do go through a lot of plastic. However, I do keep all that plastic, so maybe it's okay. I'm trying to help the environment as best as I can. I think that's about it. You just need to find a wheel that is perfect for you. If you want to do lace weight, go for a wheel with a small orifice on the flyer and does specific for lace weight. If you want to do more traditional spinning, then any regular bobbin is fantastic. If you want to do art yarn, then go a freedom flyer or one that has a slightly bigger orifice than the regular. So a jumbo flyer to super jumbo flyer. Freedom flyers I love the look of. I love the thought of. You can spin pretty much anything on it. It hasn't got an orifice. Your fibre just goes through this little thing in the front and then up over the top of your flyer into your bobbin. which allows you to do a lot more thicker bobbly yarns, which I'm going to be really enjoying when I get my rose. So I've only got 2 minutes left, and I think I've covered everything. There are electric wheels if you have hard time with your legs or your back, then look into them. They are pretty expensive, but they do last a long time, and there's a lot of different types that you can look at to suit your style. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one, and please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you have not, and click the notification bell if you do want to know when I upload the next videos. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.